Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Tyrone back with Tech Life. Article comes to you guys from Android Police. I'll leave a link to it in the description so you guys can check it out. So T-Mobile is already heavily discussing 6G coverage, and they're saying it may come earlier than you think. So T-Mobile really started deploying the 5G component, right? The radio, at least for low band, like 2018, 2019. They were already heavily deploying at least the start of the low band layer that came with 600 megahertz. And then April of 2020, they had a head start on mid band because of the Sprint merger. So they went guns blazing right at the start of the merger, right? Mid band. And now the results of that, they have a large mid band network. They're already on 5G advanced. Once you get to 5G advanced, the next step after that is the next generation of whatever the next generation network will be, and looking like it's going to be 6G. So the current generation of cell network 5G has only been in our lives since 2019, but it already feels unfathomable that we could go back to 4G. But even the super speedy 5G isn't the pinnacle of mobile internet speeds. T-Mobile has been discussing what the next big leap 6G will bring and when it could arrive. I guess Ulf Edwardson, who's in charge of the network, recently presented somewhere in Copenhagen in Europe, and that's where he was citing the 6G. I've been told internally T-Mobile is already adding some of that AI RAN equipment into the big data centers. So they're already doing that. So they're moving well ahead on, they want to keep the technology lead, right? So when they say they're 2-3 years ahead of the competition, by the time the competition gets to where T-Mobile is, they want to already be moving into 6G, right? So they're going to look to try and leapfrog the competition that way, right? Because when you're talking about 5G and the mid-band pops, eventually AT&T and Verizon are going to get to the same pop count. If it's this year, next year, whenever, it's going to happen, right? There's only so many sites that you can touch. And once you get that done, that's it, right? And Verizon and AT&T still have the larger networks, so they're gonna be able to get more pops out of their midband because they have more sites to deploy. But T-Mobile's already moving towards 6G, right? They're saying 2030 is when they'll incorporate some type of 6G, and 6G will likely have to include DSS unless there is some fresh spectrum that'll be auctioned off specifically for 6G. Because everything that's coming within the next few years in the short term is going to be used for 5G, right, for FWA. So T-Mobile's already talking 6G. You guys could check out the article. As you can see, it's possible in the U.S. you'll get 6G as soon as 2030. And T-Mobile should be at the forefront of 6G, just basing it off of how far ahead they are on 5G. So let me know your thoughts in the comments. Like, share, subscribe. See y'all in the next one. Peace.